the iPhone 7 Plus in 2022. Still good? Let's find out. Throughout this video, I'm going to take you on a tour around New York City. I'm going to show you all my favorite features. I'm going to show you the front-facing camera as well as shooting 4K on the back. And I'm going to compare it to a couple other phones so that you guys can see the difference. But by the end of this video, it should help you determine whether or not the iPhone 7 Plus is a good fit for you or is something you should pass on. First off, this phone dropped in 2016. Having the home button was a fun thing to play with, but I didn't miss it much, to be honest. And it comes with the standard lightning input for charging. For this video, I'm really going to focus on the camera that films at 4K at 30 frames per second. You can also film at 1080 at 60 frames for slow motion, or you could just go with the standard 1080 at 30. You'll also see later on in this video where I tried the Slo-mo feature where it films at 1080 at 120 frames. Overall, I was pretty impressed with the image quality. Aside from the image stabilization, it was kind of shaky on my handheld shots, but it kind of gives it a look. During this part of the video, I paired it with the DJI Osmo Mobile 5, and you can notice that it's having a pretty hard time focusing, and you can really see the steps that I'm taking. From this point, I decided to take it off the gimbal and just go handheld. I thought for this shot, since it was a really nice shot, I'd give it a slight color grade just so you guys could see the difference between the two and to see how the iPhone 7 handles a color grade. I actually really like how this looks. I'm probably just going to keep this on for the rest of the video. If you watch any of my other videos, you probably noticed that I like to show off the natural sounds of wherever I'm at. So here we go. Ping pong.
Attention skaters, if you left items in the lace up or lace down areas, please retreat.
During the day, the camera looked great. But once it hit nighttime, this is where you can see it really struggle. But it still looks good. This is how it looked when I hit record, and then I had to adjust the exposure properly, and then it looks decent. Usable. Same here. Front-facing camera. I think it's still good. Here's a clip shot at 1080 at 120 frames. You can see the super slow-mo, but in low light, it's not really that good. Alright, so for this last scene, what I've done is I've set up the iPhone 13 Pro Max on the right next to the iPhone 7 Plus on the left to show you guys what the 1X camera looks like. Then I switched over to the 2X camera and the 3X camera for the iPhone 13 Pro Max just to show you guys the difference between the two. Here's also a daytime example that I shot over in San Francisco. And now we're back to the very beginning where I asked you, is the iPhone 7 Plus still good in 2022? I got mine from Jalen's sister, but I did a quick search on eBay and it looks like you could get one anywhere between 150 to 200 bucks. And the camera is still pretty solid. I got inspired to create this video because, as some of you guys might know who are currently subscribed, I usually create videos on the newest tech out, and I really wanted to create a video on a phone that was more affordable. And I would hope that if you're an up-and-coming creator that you aren't discouraged by some of these prices nowadays and that you just create with whatever you got on you. If you have any recommendations for which phone I should film with next, please let me know in the comments down below. And that pretty much wraps up this video. I'll see y'all on the next one.